Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Legion of Myth and welcome to the Rifter number 13. Now, this first segment is going to be the introduction to this Rifter. We're going to go over all of the articles in here and give you a little, what does Max call it? Elevator pitch on all of them and what they do. And then while we're doing it, we will choose that's right, 4 segments today, 3 other sections that we're going to look at more in depth. So let's go ahead and do that right now.
And and hold on here. I got yelled at by using the term elevator pitch because apparently I don't know what it actually means. I'm still going with it. All right, let's go on.
There you go. There you go. Okay, Rifter 13. And you are going to see a theme here. Don't spoil it for those who don't get it right away.
I'm a what? What was that? Sorry, I was looking at chat.
I said there's going to be a theme here. Don't spoil it for those who don't get
okay.
it right. All right. First thing, we always start off with from the desk of Kevin Sambita. It says Kevin is on a mission to get out books in 2001. Now, if you remember with the Rifter number 12, I said there was something fishy around here because he was really, really pushing Palladium Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you love Rifts, you'll love Palladium Fantasy. And I said, I think there's a reason why for that. I think he's got some books. And guess what? He's got a lot of Palladium Fantasy books that he wants coming out in January or this year.
How many of them have come out? We're 25 years later. How many of them come out?
I don't know, one. I don't know.
Wow.
So yes, this is the reason. He's got a lot of books coming out. I think it's 4 Palladium Fantasy books and 3 Rifts books. But he was pushing the Palladium Fantasy because Palladium Fantasy wasn't selling as good as well. And he wanted people to, buy these new books because they're done. They're ready to go. I want to print them, but I want to make sure that there is an audience for it. Because if you print them and no one buys them, we lose money.
Hey, let me interrupt you for a second here. For folks out there, because this video is going to pop before it happens, this Sunday, so it would be the 26th of January, Kevin Sambita is actually going to be joining us. We're going to talk about some upcoming things with Palladium Books. We are going to talk about, we're going to talk about damage, health, recovery, and those aspects of Palladium. So, next week, if you're watching this as the video goes live, or if you're watching the live stream, please join us on the 26th of January, or if it's after the fact, go ahead and check that video out. Look at that interview. We've got plenty of interviews with Kevin and Sean from Palladium Books, and I hope you enjoy them.
Okay. Moving on, Palladium news. Now, the Rifts trading card game or collectible card game was something that was in the last Rifter and the Rifter before. But this one has Rifts action figures, which I do believe came out for a limited time.
I didn't know that.
I don't think you can get them anymore. New anyway. I mean, eBay is eBay, right? You can get them anywhere. But and then we have rumor killers. The whole rumor killer thing is just Palladium's for sale. No, it's not. Obviously,
Wait, is this the real Kevin or is he a doppelganger?
There you go. Yeah. Kevin was replaced by a Night Lord of some kind. Some stuff like that. That's the way it is. And then there's the coming attractions, Heroes Unlimited, Rifts, and Palladium Fantasy. These books want to come out, and they are going to come out. That is his mission for this year, to get these books out. And I'm not going to go over how successful he was because no one's 100% successful.
Oh, apparently.
Yeah. And then we have
they didn't release those.
They didn't release the action figures. Oh, dang it. The Knights of the Dinner Table, which is a comic strip that is very much like a new newspaper format, where it showcases extreme stereotypes in both players and game masters. Extreme bad stereotypes, not good ones, bad ones, because that's funnier, right?
I keep forgetting to order those omnibuses.
There you go. In this comic, it is the players go to a merchant. The merchant's very kind. The merchant knows their name. Right? Their names. This merchant is selling them goods all the time, stuff they want. He always has it for them, but it's higher price. And the players are kind of pissed off. It's higher price. Now, what the players aren't thinking is that they are on an island hundreds of miles away from the mainland. All this stuff has to be shipped, and the things they want are exotic goods to begin with. So there's a lot of extra price. This guy's not screwing you over. It's just, it takes that much more money to get it here. So how do the players reconcile the higher price with the things that they want? In this instance, the player characters kill the merchant, steal all of his stuff, and run away.
Try that in my game and see what happens.
Yeah. So, that's a way to go, I guess. And then we have the Q&A section. Started off a couple of Rifters ago. I'm going to continue it on, where this is going to be our segment 2. We're going to look at some Q&A stuff. Now, this one
Lucky
is
Charms.
dealing. What's that?
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, this one is dealing with things like fate, luck, curses, and healing. So we're gonna have some saving throw stuff. We're going to have some magic spell curse adjudication, some stuff like that. So we're gonna see some stuff like that.
Yellow stars, pink hearts, blue diamonds.
Not the Lucky Charm cereal.
Oh.
And this section, page 19, Lucky Charms and Superstitions. This is Lucky Charms and Superstitions that have no effect on the game. It's just the character who is stupid.
Okay. It says optional rules.
Yeah. Optional rules for if you lose your lucky charm, you will feel bad, therefore you will do bad. The charm itself doesn't give you any bonuses, but if you're dumb enough to believe you need it and you lose it, you actually get minuses.
Okay.
So, there's that. And then we have Nightbane, a new character class, the Cursed. This one was dumb as hell. Dumb as hell.
It says really cool on the screen.
No, for a player character.
Oh.
For an NPC, this is great. Here's the deal with this character class, the Cursed. You see through all illusions. You see through all morphic disguises. You see everything as it actually is. That's your only power. That's it. That's all you get. Oh, and every time you do see through something and it's scary, you have to roll an insanity or go insane. You will be insane by level 6.
So Heathen, what spell is it I removed from all my D&D games?
True Seeing.
What do you think I think about this PCC?
Yeah. No. It's leave them. Let anyone play this character if they want to. They will commit suicide by 6th level. Seriously. Okay. You're dead. There's rules on this. Your ME goes down, you get insanities, and then you just kill yourself. Think of it this way. Have you seen the Rowdy Roddy Piper movie, Them or They or whatever it's called? You have not?
I know of it, but I haven't seen it now.
Okay, you've heard of it, where he puts on these sunglasses and it allows you to see what's really going on. The aliens are here. They're pretending to be humans. If you look at a sign and it says, "Oh, grocery store sign," and you put on the glasses, it'll say "obey," like reproduce, stuff like that. It's like that. That's the only power you have. You can see the truth. Can you do anything about it? Nope. You're just a dude. Just a dude. Yeah, you can see that supernatural monster, but what are you going to do about it? Nothing. You're just a squishy dude. They live. Thank you. That's it. You're just a dude. So all you have to do is look at it and move on. You can't do anything about it. That's what makes you go insane. It's crazy. I hate it. NPC class, fine. PC class, you're stupid. And then we have Beyond the Supernatural optional OCCs and ideas. Now, these optional OCCs are Beyond the Supernatural OCCs are pretty basic. There's not a whole lot of powers and abilities if you're not a straight up natural psychic or whatever. So these are guys, arcane archaeologist and occultist and cryptozoologist. They don't get any powers because Beyond the Supernatural is supernatural, but it's very powers light. So you don't get any powers, you get knowledge of these things. You get knowledge of weird creatures. You get knowledge of occult rituals and sacrifices, stuff like that. You get knowledge of ancient magics and stuff like, not the ability to use them, just knowledge of them.
What does it do for your psychic abilities, though?
Well, in Beyond the Supernatural, if you are one of the few characters with psychic abilities, then if you are not around anything supernatural, it's very, very low. Like the Great Kretkin.
No. I get that, but like the occultist, for example,
Oh,
obviously
nothing,
that's
nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. No real powers. None of these guys have real powers. Just knowledge.
Okay.
All right. So it's if you play Beyond the Supernatural and you want more skilled characters, this is your jam right here.
Okay.
Then we have Beyond the Supernatural, Living Numbers and Curses. Now, again, Beyond the Supernatural is a modern day supernatural is here, but it's in the background. It's not in your face, overt. Just like these creatures, ghosts, and supernatural entities, they are anthropomorphic representations of some numbers, or they are the idea of a number born into a person. There's not a whole lot of cool powers here. There's not a whole lot of grandiose things. These are just neat flavor things that you can add to your campaign to make it a little more interesting. That's awesome. That's great. I love it. And keeping the Beyond the Supernatural theme here, we have an adventure, the Fayfield Inn adventure. Now, I don't go over adventures in the overviews because then why would you need
Spoiler!
Why would you need to run it? Because I've already told you about it. So I'm not going to do that. But it says here it's adaptable to Nightbane, Heroes Unlimited, and Ninjas and Super Spies. Nightbane, I would agree, but Heroes Unlimited, Ninjas and Super Spies, no. Heroes Unlimited especially is pretty OP compared to Beyond the Supernatural, and you'd have to do a whole lot of jiggering on the numbers to get it to match up.
Even for just an adventure?
Yeah, it's an adventure. Okay. And with Ninja Super Spies, if anyone has chi abilities, they basically win this adventure. So don't do that.
Okay.
Then we have Palladium Fantasy in the Hands of Fate. This is the deck of unlimited crap from AD&D 2.
Deck of many things.
There you go. Except it's in Palladium Fantasy stuff. That's it. That's
but
all.
Does it have the Void card? Annihilation.
It has similar things. Yes.
Okay.
It has similar things. So I did not want to go into it because, if you've looked at the deck of many things, then you have an idea of what the deck of fate's all about. Palladium Fantasy, the 13th tribe. This one is the 13th tribe of Wolfen people thought to be extinct, but now they're back.
Woohoo! Wolfen.
Yeah, I know you love Wolfen, but it's very niche, so I didn't want to put a whole segment on it. But you can think about what it is. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they Incan? Do they sacrifice babies? Or are they super altruistic? Whatever. We're gonna find out if you read it. I'm not going to tell you though. And then we have the Palladium Fantasy role playing game, the 13 Deadly Magics. This one's interesting. We're having a segment on this one too. The 13 Deadly Magics is 13 magical spells that if all of them are cast, not necessarily by the same person, but if all of them are cast in a certain dimension, that means the great old ones, the supernatural intelligences that once ruled the universes, can wake up.
Hold on, I gotta write myself a note. Great old ones. Okay.
And we're going to go over that when I go over that. Palladium Fantasy, again, the legend of the 13 Orcish lords. This is...
They can't count that high.
If you play Palladium Fantasy and you have orc tribes that are, in the forefront in your game, this is an excellent supplement to give them more feeling, to give them more dimension and utility. It gives a couple of extra OCCs. It gives a bunch of hierarchical stuff. It gives a whole bunch of culture for these orcish tribes. So if you do have that in your game, this is a great pickup. And then we have Riffs, dark techno wizardry. This is going to be a segment as well. This is the fourth segment today, and this is why, because when the Tolkien and the Federation of Magic were actively fighting the coalition, certain steps had to be made to really bump up the magic folks numbers, because the coalition had a whole bunch of robots and a whole bunch of people who were good enough at fighting that they were winning. Well, what if you could take a spellcaster who had their arm chopped off, and instead of putting a bionic arm, you put an undead techno wizard arm on there, and they can still use their magic and psionics at full force? What if you could do that? What if you could take a gun, put a dragon's dead heart into it, and have it fire forever? What if you could do that? Well, we're going to find out, because I'm going to go over it. Then we have Rifts the 13th Hour. This one is a story. It's a short story about the monstrous Rhodian dimensional travel techno wizard magic for expanding into adventures. This is a story that gives the game master ideas to have to be a platform for jumping off for adventures you might want to create in the world if he wants to.
Rhodian, like as in from Star Wars.
Don't I forget exactly where Rhodians are from, but
they're from Star Wars, that's for sure.
Yeah,
that's the dude who tried to shoot Han Solo.
That's true. And of course, we have the Lone Star comic strip and the Hammer of the Forge continued. I'm not going to call it a short story anymore. It's been in every Rifter so far, so I'm going to call it a story, a novel at this point. And then we have the art. And if you haven't picked up on it yet, the theme for this lucky or unlucky 13th issue is luck, fate, and curses and stuff like that. There's been, of course, there was a lot of Beyond the Supernatural, which is unlucky if you live in the Beyond the Supernatural world, because it's all very dark and very bad. But yeah, so that's what this whole thing was. This whole thing was geared for. And that is it. That is what is in this Rifter. And next we are going to go to the Q&A. So, if you're watching this live, stick around for the Q&A. If you're not, then wait a couple days and you'll be able to see the Q&A. It'll be awesome.
All right. I did not star any chat because it's just general conversation going back and forth. So, by the way, I am reading the chat, and I'm happy you guys are out here chatting for us and so forth, keeping the conversation going. So that's awesome. But I just didn't see anything that I had to put up on the screen. So looking forward to the Q&A. Now, last time around, actually, I should say this when you start the next video. So I'll wait till you finish your intro for the next video to make that comment. So with that said, I want to remind folks that, remember, this Sunday, 26th of January, or if you're watching this video after the 26th of January, go check our backlog of videos here, and you will see that we should have an conversation with Kevin Simbita of Palladium Books to talk about upcoming events, and as well as damage, healing, lingering concept, lingering injuries, and so forth with regard to the Palladium Books Megaverse.